Welcome back to Strong Man Personal Mother Effing Finance, everybody. We got a big topic to talk about. We got some huge news that nobody, I mean absolutely nobody but me, is talking about. That news is Palantir's impending inclusion into the S&P 500 index. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This has got me so excited. I can't even put it into words. I filmed this video 3 times and I've been stuttering because I've been so excited about this. Now, I recently opened a position in Palantir because after seeing the stock go up 134% year to date, I just had to get in. I had to get in because when the stock's going up, people laugh. Oh, you're buying into a bubble. There's also a good reason that it may be going up. Remember Tesla stock? Yeah, I think the same thing is happening to Palantir. Impossible that anything else could be going on. Now, let's go ahead and talk about inclusion into the S&P 500. Why is Palantir, which is up massively and is now GAAP profitable, why aren't they in the S&P 500? Well, they haven't hit all the requirements yet. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If we look at their trailing 12 months net income, they have negative $48 million of profits. Now, you may sit there and be like, strong man, I thought they were generating GAAP profits. They actually have. If we go to their quarterly financials and we go down to net income, we can see that the last 3 quarters were profitable. However, they had one big quarter where they were not profitable. And oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, look at that increase of net income quarter over quarter. Negative 123 to positive 30. Yeah, Palantir's not going anywhere, right? Don't worry about the earnings per share, of course. But Palantir's net income for the last 12 months is still negative. But what happens in their next quarterly report if they're still profitable? This negative number that you see right here suddenly becomes positive. And we're going to see some of the most mind-boggling, earthquaking, shark-baking, mind-blasting, earth-clashing gains from Palantir. You think 134% is something? Wait till you see a 5x from here. I'm calling it right now. Palantir is going to 5x from $15 to $200 a share. 5x, write it down, 100% guaranteed. Now, why is it so important that Palantir be included in the S&P 500 index? Well, McKinsey, which is a firm, a very reputable firm that does research and stuff. I don't really know much about it, to be honest. They did some research into what happens to companies when they get included into the S&P 500 index. Well, here's the thing. If you look at this chart, you can see leading up to inclusion, the line is going up and to the right, almost at a 45-degree angle. That is the abnormal returns percentage in excess of the market. What does that mean? That means Palantir is going to go up in stock price. It's going to abnormally go up in stock price. Now, of course, it's not guaranteed. You got to do your own DD. This could potentially not happen. As a matter of fact, maybe Palantir will plunge back to $7 a share, right? Because, I mean, that's impossible. But, you know, I guess anything's possible in the world of finance. But we have to remember, there are plenty of companies, based on this study, looking at the study, that it seems like the stock price has abnormal returns. We don't want to be normal on this channel. We want to be abnormal. And I'm sorry that's sideways. You're going to have to twist your head. I'm actually twisting my head right now to see it. But basically, my thesis is that Palantir is going to 5x from $15 to $200 when it gets included in the S&P 500 index. Why is that? Well, number one, I believe it's going to be added because there's actually a committee that decides whether a stock gets added. And why would you not add Palantir, which is at the forefront of artificial intelligence? If they didn't, I would almost say some short sellers could have potentially paid off the S&P 500 committee. But we're not going to go there right now because I'll be called a conspiracy theorist because short sellers would never do that. Just like they didn't take the stock price down from where it was during the pandemic all the way down to $6 per share. That was such a joke, by the way. Unbelievable. Even went down to $5.92. I remember that day. Anyway, let's keep talking about this S&P 500 inclusion. So why do we want to be included in the S&P 500? Well, there's these people called index fund investors who they say you can't beat the market and they say it's foolish to pick individual stocks and you should focus on, maxing your tax advantage accounts. And I was one of them. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I never said that. I was deluded, foolish, and clownish to believe something like that. But now that I've seen the light, I've seen Jesus, and his name is Alex Karp. He has convinced me, and his acolytes, his followers, like the great Tom Nash and Amit Kukrija, who are well known for their investing prowess and experience, have convinced me that Palantir is the wave of the future. And they were right. Yes, they're still down on their initial investment, but who cares? They're up 134% year to date, and it's going to 5x from $15 to $200. Well, what does it take to get included into the S&P 500? Well, I've got it somewhere on here. How do we get into the S&P 500? You must have a market capitalization that is greater than $14.5 billion, and it confirms that right here on the actual S&P 500 website, at least $14.5 billion. What's Palantir's market cap? Oh, it's double that. Crazy, huh? Wow. Annual dollar value traded to float adjusted market capitalization is greater than 0.75. I know exactly what that means. Minimum monthly trading volume of 250 shares in each of the 6 months leading up to the evaluation date. Yeah, look at that trading volume. Do you think Palantir has a trading volume problem? I don't think they do, personally, because who wouldn't want to get their hands on Palantir? Must be publicly listed on either the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ. We go to Palantir. Where's it trading? The New York Stock Exchange. Meets that criteria, right? The company must have its primary listing on a U.S. exchange, be subject to U.S. securities laws, and derive at least 50% of its revenue from the United States. Oh my God. Wow. And finally, there are some funds that are investable assets that are excluded, which we don't worry about those right now. Okay? So, looking at all these criteria, it looks like it fits everything. So why is it not listed? Well, it's the profitability metric, okay? Once that last quarter of profitability comes in, we are ready, baby. We are going to the mother effing moon. Oh, baby. I can't get over it. I'm so excited. All these clowns, all these index investors, they really think they're long-term investors, but they don't see the upcoming inclusion, which I think is going to happen. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the committee's decision. It could potentially not happen. Not financial advice, of course. I think it will because it's Palantir, and why would you not include Palantir in the S&P 500? All these index clowns, they think they're long-term investors, but then they miss the boat on Palantir becoming profitable, which is inevitable, and now they're not even thinking about S&P 500 inclusion. And all the index funds that they're invested in are going to have to buy the stock after it runs up. They're going to be buying the shares from me and you when it 5X's to $200. Whoa, baby. All right, that's it. I am thrilled. I am shaking with excitement right now. I may have to go run to the restroom after this because my pants feel a little soggy. But I'm excited. Let's let it rip, baby. Not financial advice. Don't sue me, bro. Don't put all your money in Palantir. Maybe 99.9%, but not 100%. And have a wonderful night. Cheers.